cars. It's 3 so far. This is the Glenconner water. This is where the miners in the 18th and 19th century came to pan. It's mostly panned out, they think. Nowadays people prefer the Mennock because the Mennock Pass is so beautiful, which is understandable. I don't go to the Mennock. We're about to pass through the town of Lead Hills, where they used to mine all the lead in the day. A lot of like soil contamination and stuff around here. You know, rivers are transient. What I'm doing today is I'm driving up to the Museum of Lead Mining to get a couple of passes, day passes for gold panning, and then I'm going to head out on the river and do some gold panning today. Tomorrow morning is the British Gold Panning Association's Championships, so all the gold panners kind of descend on the Museum of Lead Mining so that they can watch it every year. Obviously 2020 was a no-go. I'm not sure, they maybe had one last year. I didn't go to it. I'm not sure if they did or not. And this is the first one I've been to since 2019. First time I've panned since 2019. So my back is going to be breaking. I'm going to have blisters on my hands. I'm going to be soaked and cold. And then I'm going to camp out and do it again tomorrow because it's great. This town is amazing. I just love it so much. It's the hotel, I think it's the Hopeton Arms, I think. Yeah, they have some camping points and stuff like that. If you wanted to come down and not camp, that's where you would stay. Absolutely booked up any given gold panning championship room. So book it early. The next village is Mennock Pass, and that's where we're headed, and that will be the end of the drive. Come over here, honey. High up, you feel like you're in the sky. First few times I came out here, I was actually second. I wasn't so high up, like, and I'm exerting myself. I need to like take it a bit easier. I end up doing it. I feel my ears popping. Mennock Pass. Just drive down the Mennock Pass and let you see the Mennock Pass, because it's worth the drive. It's so beautiful down there. It will be filled with planners and campers today, however. It's so beautiful. Got time, it's 11:30. Welcome to Scotland, where there's more hole than road. So I would turn off down. No, it's not this one, it's the next one. I would turn off downhill to get to the museum, and I will when I come back. But at the moment, I'm going to drive you down the Mennock Pass to let you see. It's going to be a bit of a video, but it's beautiful. It's so worth it. So the Lead Mine Museum is just down this hill here. And I will turn into it when I come back. It looks like there's So this is coming round towards the Mennock Water. This whole area has been planned for centuries. There is a rule about all the gold and precious minerals in Scotland actually belonging to the Queen. So if you find anything over a certain amount of value, don't ask me how much value it is. If you found a big chunk of gold, or a really expensive like garnet or diamond or jewel, you would have to declare it to the Treasury and like report it as treasure. And if the Crown want it, they can then claim it. They probably won't. They don't make a habit of claiming it. But, I mean, if it was a big enough treasure, then... Oh yeah, I have to slow down here because the sheep are just let to wander on the road. I don't know how much time you've spent in Scotland, but this is completely normal behaviour out in the sticks. This burn is called the Stake, I think, or the next one is. They've all got different names. Just over the centuries they've developed. You're about to see loads of cars and loads of planners because this is where you come. This is someone checking out. So you see them, like, they'll get into their car and out of their car all the way up and down this road, and they're looking for a good spot. So they're looking for silty sands, and they're looking for bends in the stream where the gold collects. They're looking for deep pools. They're looking for giant rocks because stuff gathers after giant rocks. We're going to do the same when we're setting up. We'll find a bit in the river and then we'll camp beside the bit in the river that we like, as opposed to picking a campsite. there would be more people along this stretch, but this stretch is quite far removed from the water. See, to be honest, if I was going to pan the Mennock, I would pan this bit, because people don't like climbing up and down the hills, so there's going to be more gold there than there will be in the flat bits. In fact, see where it's cutting up into the hill there in the stream? That's where we'd go. There's bound to be some really nice pools in there where it gathers. And if you can set your sluice up, it'll just trickle over it and you'll catch it. That you disturb while you're doing it. They changed the licences recently, so if you're getting a new licence, you haven't had one in a while, make sure you reread the rules. They changed it at the start of the year so that you couldn't, or last year maybe, I can't remember, so that you couldn't use your sluice box, and people were like protesting and not buying the licence in protest. Because if you can't run your sluice box, it's 3 or 4 times the work for half the reward. And they managed to get it changed again so that the sluice box was added back in. Look at that. Wow, push it. Excuse my language. That we're going to have to crash into a bus or a sheep there. Away from them. So as you can see, this is where everyone comes to camp. Jacks. It's such an ugly flag, like we have the worst colours. Just don't go together. There's the popo, to make sure everyone's obeying the rules. Checking licences maybe. Looking at all the day drinking people, that's what I'm going to be doing later. I brought loads of cider. Somebody dragging a sleigh up the hill, and the Lilo thing they've got with them blew away. Sorry if that was you and I'm laughing. Oh, I know what the dog really needs a drink and a stop of it. And that is the Mennock Pass. Some interesting wee caravans and trailers going on. That tent looks like mine. So I'm going to turn around down here and go back up to the Lead Mining Museum, pick up my panning licences for the 2 days, and then I'm going to go set up my tent. And I will put videos of actual gold panning on the TikTok and on the Stone Circle Shop YouTube channel later. God, there's loads of them. It's like the highest village in Scotland, and it's tiny, and it's going to be like just chock full of people. This is, yeah, it's about as far as we go. The reason I can't go leave it running on the way back up, but thank you for tuning in to watch. I hope you enjoy these little round about Scotland drives that I do. Is a place to turn up here. Oh no, there's someone parked. Please. Oops. That's fine. It's a safe 360. I'm going to do this. wait to get panning, it's been so long. See a bit of colour. Get some black sands in that pan. It's my favourite area in the whole country, this stretch of land. But my mum's clan was Clan Crawford, and this is part of the Crawford Moors, so this is like where our clan landed as Normans way back in the 10th century. And it always, like, coming down here always feels like home. It's very sentimental and very nostalgic. We used to come here as kids, not far from here, maybe about 10 miles down the road, and we used to camp out, like all our my gran, my uncles, my aunties, my papa, my mum, my dad, all the kids. We had a lot of fun memories. We used to like put an inflatable tyre in the Clyde and just sail down the Clyde on it. We had so many good days doing that. So many good days. Dog really needs a drink. That's who's panting, it's not me. Dog. I don't just travel around looking at rocks and panning for gold, I also write. My main profession is as a writer. I write freelance. You can hire me on People Per Hour if you're looking for someone to write vlogs for you, for your business or whatever. You can find books by me under Katrina Macmillan or Katrina E. Macmillan on Amazon.co.uk, Amazon.com and Amazon.de, etc. You can find me on AIM Books, but I don't know if I get any profit for that. Under the Rare Books collection, which is pretty cool. And you can follow me on TikTok or on Instagram. TikTok's better, at Katrina Writes. It's Katrina with an O, where I regularly, routinely release poetry. If you like weird poetry that makes you, usually shames you, shames the human race, that's my bag. So I am nearly at the Lead Mining Centre. I can see that the car park is busy, so I can get a space. Behind that blue car there. Maybe. Do the reverse park. Please don't watch. Very nice. It's not like me. There we go. Hope you enjoyed the drive.